Talk about blog writing and finding blogs. Now, when you say blog, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Videos? Okay. Documentary? Blogs? Documentary? Okay. What else? Content. Right. Pwede. So, actually, before, when you say blog, it has always been um, blog writing for us. It's a shortcut for web log. So web log is log of your web accesses or a log of web pages. So it came from the word web log. And then isumpay siya, it became web log and then blog. Okay, so generally blog is content on a website or on third-party sites. Like, what are blog sites that you know of? Blogger, sa yung mga top na content kanang platform sa mga bata. Daghan og mga blog platforms actually. But before, during my time, Friendster was also a platform where you can write in your thoughts, and that can still be considered a blog post actually. Who among you have tried Friendster? Kayo lahat? Okay, I thought that was like that old. You've tried Friendster. So what was Friendster for you? What was Friendster for you? How did you use Friendster?
Dating site.
Panindutay background,
Music.
music, embedding music, games, themes. Napay wala nag-mention. Ano pinaka-nice ng mga features sa Friendster? Testimonials! Right? When friends type your testimonial, right? Like when they add testimonial on your page, you'll be so excited because like, oh my God, my testimonial from my friend. Or you would call it your friend offline like, friend, tayo Google Testy so Friendster. That was a thing before. And the most important part of Friendster was, what? No. It's the who's viewed me. That was the best feature of Friendster that we can't find on Facebook right now. Because padaghan na yung who's viewed me. So may last na stalk na ako eh. Diba? So exciting kaya siya nga time. But there is a feature of Friendster also which I like. And that includes writing content. So you want to write your thoughts, use it like a diary, or mag-ema ka, mag-emote ka, write your poem, or mag-write ka mga koan, mga diary type of content. That's how you do it. And then, before, when I was using Friendster, I was using Friendster that way for connecting with friends and college classmates. And then there was a platform called Blogger. So when Blogger came out, it's actually blogspot.com. It is a platform by Google. So when that came out, or when I found out about Blogger, I invited all my classmates. I had their email. I invited them. I told them, hey, come and join me sa Blogger because we can write content there. We can give updates about each other. And padulong naman we graduate ato. So I was so excited. And then it ended up nga, ang nahita mo is duha ra kami kabukang i-sign up. So from there, looking back, I realized na although we were information technology students, we were developing websites, we were creating software, business software. At my core, I love writing. So mo to na-realize na mo ganahan ko mga platforms like Friendster or Blogger. So when you are the blogger type, you would really love content. No? And when we say content, it's something that you harness or start with as an emotional outlet, an outlet for your creativity when you want to write, when you want to post photos, when you want to express yourself. And from there, I realized na, hey, blogging is something that I'm really into. Maybe I can turn it into a business. And that is why I initially got into social media, blog writing, when I when I was fired from my corporate work in Cebu. So before ko na transition into doing online work. I was actually working corporate. I was a coder. I was a developer. And then when I transitioned into online work, dira ako nisulod. It's really content writing. So for you guys, while you're doing your content for your clients right now, for your MSME, try to see if it's something that you can harness, not just to write professional or business writing type of blogs, which is what you're doing now for your MSMEs, but try to see if there's the creative outlet for you. That if you write, if you love writing because you love writing, because you like creating mga poems or mga articles or something from your thoughts. Because if you start doing that and try to improve your writing, you will realize later on that it is something as a hobby that can turn into a business. Okay? So after that, when I was just creating blogs for my creative outlet, I realized na naaday such thing as a blogger group. So I got myself into the Cebu Blogger Society Incorporated. They're a big organization right now, but when I joined them before, they were like a small group, but they were really active already in Cebu. And what they're doing is that they get invited to lots of events, and then after the event, the organizers would sometimes expect that they write or create articles for them. And that's how the Cebu bloggers operate right now. It's like they get invited to a lot of events. You've seen lots of posts like that, di ba? Ng mga blogger posts. They're endorsing some certain products or brands. That's what they're doing actually. They don't get paid for it per se, but writing content for their blog, it gives them the authority. It gives them the credibility, and it makes the readers trust them because, big brands are tying up with them, they're working with them. So it turns out that it's another topic actually, but blogging can also be a business. But what we're going to talk about now is about blog writing and finding blogs in the context of doing it for business, okay, or doing it to promote a product or service, which is what we want to do with your MSMEs. So how do you write content to keep your visitors on your site? Now, again, a blog, it is a frequent chronological publication of personal thoughts and web link. We say frequent because you have to have a consistent schedule when you publish content, like once a month content. That's already doable for businesses. If it's something they want to do frequent, they can do once a week content, so that's frequent. Chronological because the most recent blog post will show up at the top. Okay, the most recent one that you write will always show up at the top. And then once you create more new content, it will show up at the top na siya. Chronological, sunod siya in terms of time. And what else? A blog is an online journal or information site displaying information in reverse chronological order. So it's always that the latest posts are appearing first. For 30 Media, we have a blog section. The latest that I updated is my talk with the Cebu Chamber. So 5 innovations in digital marketing that Filipinos should understand this 2019. So this is a listicle type of article. 5 top 10 things you should know about Kapatagan. So those kind of articles can have the potential of going viral for the right audience. And that's what you want because blogs like these, articles like these can draw people to your site. Once they see that article and then they get redirected to your site, they're gonna say, oh, not a blog from Kapatagan, not a mga articles ikan from Kapatagan. And then once they go to your homepage, they're gonna realize, okay, so this is what the site is all about. It's about black rice products na gikan sa Kapatagan. Okay? So that's the use of having a blog. It's like drawing people in. You're writing not just for search engines though, but also for people. So again, this is another example of a blog. I have it on my site, faircastro.com. I have a section for blog, and then it's like a rundown a year after during my fellowship in the US. Some popular Philippine blog. Have you heard of these sites?
Yes.
Panlasang Pinoy. Whenever you search for a local recipe because you want to cook adobo, first thing that the results that show up, it's Panlasang Pinoy. If you would look at their type of articles they publish, you're gonna see recipes, right? And that's what people look for. They look for recipes. So when they search that, show ka sa top result, that's what they want. Because probably this site is doing advertisements. They have placements, and that's how they earn money. It's through their advertisers. So maybe if there is a marketer from Nestle and they want to look for the top blogs that are showing up in certain dessert recipes, and then makita nila si Panlasang Pinoy, they would contact the owner and then say, can we do a sponsored article? We're gonna pay you this much. Can you write about using Nestle cream in one of your recipes? So that's how they earn money. Right. And then, what's this? Lamudi. Even if it is a site for real estate, they have a section for blogs. Right? Because you don't always just sell. You also have to create stories that make your site relevant. So in this case, they have 10 celebrities who worked hard for their dream house. Okay? So now, while we are discussing this, I want you to think about your MSME and try to see what articles or blog posts you can come up with based sa itong mga examples here. Alright, so again, Lamudi is a real estate site. They don't just sell, they also create blog posts. So listicle type, gihapon nila 5x, 2x, 10x. Yan na. So, muna yung mga list type of articles. Popular international blogs, you have TechCrunch, and you have Gary Vaynerchuk, something. He's a very famous marketer, but I don't really like his style because he curses a lot. Sige siya, fuck, sige siya, gana siya mga type. Lots of bullshit, gana siya sa iyang mga blogs. No? But anyway, kung ganahan kayo nga ng type ng marketer, that's fine. But, naiuban nga, dili kayo ganahan nga ng styles. No? So, he creates blog posts also. This is the content that he creates. How to grow and distribute your brand's social media content. So, think of your sites. Maybe you can create a how-to. How to use kaong for your buko. Pandan, dessert, or something. Also, how to, sa paman, how to use black rice as part of your kids' baon. May nga na. So, give them ideas how to use your product. How-tos can help. And then TechCrunch, international blogs na siya. They're doing reviews, they're doing photos. So, if you're gonna do reviews, probably, for example, black rice, there are different varieties of black rice. So maybe you can compare and contrast those kinds of black rice. So, a comparison of the black rice in the market. So, nana kay duha ka type of variation of the black rice, and then i-compare nimo siya. Anong kaninga rice ang yung gigamit, kanong kaninga variety instead of the other one. That can be a potential blog post. Okay, so now how do you look for blogs? Now, finding blogs is quite important, especially if you're a newbie website or web content creator, because looking for successful websites and looking for successful content can be used as your peg. Like, how do you actually write nice content? How do you make content that will go viral? So those questions can be asked by looking for blogs. Now, blogs can be a resource when looking for experiences or point of view on various topics. You can use google.com to search for topics relevant to your journey. What are the 3 steps in the journey? Awareness, consideration, and decision. What are the topics under awareness? It's the problem. Right? So, think of the user's problems before sila naka-find solution or before sila nakapangita ninyo. Think of the problems of the customer. So, for example, how do I know that my cookie is healthy? Because that's what they used to search, di ba? Before they look for products like black rice, coffee. Those are kind of healthy products. Sina siya malunggay. But before siya mag-decide na mag-buy og malunggay product, of course, he's probably thinking how to eat healthier. So the problem is, under awareness, you can create content like what I said, di ba? How do I eat healthy? How do I become healthier in my diet? May nga na question. So think of the problem of the customer and turn it into a blog post. Same with your consideration. When you're under the consideration phase, you are thinking about possible solutions. So what are the possible solutions? Maybe he's thinking of, how do I become healthier? So he's thinking of solutions like, well, maybe I should exercise more. Maybe I should not stress myself out. Or maybe I should improve my diet, which is include malunggay and black rice products. So now dara mo come in ang imong consideration level, di ba? Because you're giving them choices. So now under awareness, consideration, decision, under decision phase, now you're trying to sell yourself. You're trying to say na why our black rice products are better. Why our black rice products are healthier, a healthier alternative to regular rice. So kana ang mga examples, those can be your peg for the content that you will create in your blog. And remember, you have to expand your content to reach 20. Blog posts are the way to go. Right. Alright, so results will usually be articles from blog written by individuals. They're called bloggers. Those blogs that are created or blog posts created by individuals, they're called bloggers. So now bloggers, as you notice, if you were tracing how blogging evolved, they started with just writing content, adding photos, but now bloggers have evolved. They've now become vloggers. They've invested in equipment so that they can take professional videos, or bring a video camera while they're traveling. So now they've become vloggers. Some of them have turned already into podcasters. Have you heard of podcasting? It's recording a discussion or recording your insights on a certain topic via audio. So no video, no written part. They just record what they're saying, or if they are trying to interview an expert, so they bring it in their podcast and then they talk, just like the radio. You're familiar with how the radio works. So they're doing podcasting. That's podcasting. And then they publish it to Apple, they publish it to Spotify, they publish it everywhere. So podcasting is already a rising type of content creation right now. So now you have blogging, regular writing, you have vlogging, which is videos, and now you have podcasting, which is audio. So again, going back to finding blogs as an inspiration, you will be writing a blog post soon. If not soon, today, you will be writing blog posts. So it is practical to research another blog post that is quite similar to your topic as a peg, as an inspiration, and not something to be copy-pasted. Okay? So you connect also with a blogger by leaving comment on their blog, especially if you like their content. Bloggers survive by inspiration with their readers. That is why they always say, like, subscribe to my channel. Yada, di ba? Because increasing the likes, increasing their followers also gives them joy. That's why they're doing content creation. So now if you have someone that you actually like, if you have a blogger that you like, or a vlogger, a podcaster, feel free to leave them a comment and tell them that you are inspired by their content, or that you enjoy their content. Because in reality, creating content is really hard. Vlog is easy. You can outline, you can write your thoughts, you can add photos, you can edit, you're done. But it takes time too. Diba? People would say, okay, brands would say, okay, let's invite bloggers. Sarap na, post naman na ilang gibuhat. But in reality, they put in so much work and effort into what they do. Labaw na kung vlogger, I mean, if you create videos. I had my son create a video Sunday night as part of their assignment. Saturday night, ningon siya nga, Mommy, I have an assignment, it's due this Monday. And he told me Saturday night. So, pag ingon pa lang niya ato, I was like, what the heck? That's not enough time. And I was right, because Sunday night pa lang, nag-struggle na siya og try to edit his video. And it takes more than 24 hours just for one video. Gamay siya nga 2-minute video explaining black hole theory. So, from there, when he told me na siya video assignment, I was panicking already because I know how hard it is to create a video content. So, especially when you're not a pro yet, you're not an expert yet, some people have shortcuts already to their work because they're experts, they're pro. But for us who are not yet pros, it will take us time to really create content. And that is the reason why during the first days of our class, I told you, start creating content early. Outline your work. If there are thoughts that you have na, okay, this is going to be a nice content for my blog, for my MSME, then start writing it. Start drafting, creating outline, taking the photos, putting it together later on, and editing will be a breeze. But if you're starting from scratch, like really nothing, and then you're staring at a blank screen, no outline, no photos, that's going to be the challenge. Okay, wala man ka nag-start. So you really have to start. Dump in your thoughts. Kung na kayo na hunaw-hunahan, nindot lagi siya. Put it in your notebook, put it on your draft. So blogs. Alright. So again, going back to bloggers, yes, they appreciate comments. If you leave them some comments on their channel, do so because they would appreciate that. And then going back to blog writing, it's not just blog writing but also social media content writing. This is a skill that entrepreneurs and freelancers have to have because how would you promote yourself as a freelancer if you don't know how to write, if you don't know how to BIDA yourself? And the way to BIDA yourself online is really to write nice content about yourself. That is why we're starting with a brand fascination, diba? We're having you get used to creating content, writing it down, putting down your thoughts, because it's an important skill. So this is also helpful in creating awareness content, driving readers to your website. Again, like I showed you, they have an article, 10 dream houses that artists want to have, and then put it on your website. It becomes viral. People are going to go to your blog and know about you. That's why blog posts are important. So some key points to remember. What is the story? What are you writing about? What is it all about? Connecting it through stories and relate it to yourself will make you genuine and sincere. Who is the target audience? Who is your buyer persona? Who are you talking to? You don't just write random posts. You have to talk to your buyer persona. That is why you're getting to know your buyer persona. Task 2 pa lang. You're writing down their opportunities, their thoughts, their challenges, their problem, because you want to know them. And once you start creating your blog post, talk to your buyer persona. What problem do they have that you're trying to solve? Talk to them. And then what are the key takeaways that you want the reader to know? Because this will give you an idea how to outline or how to summarize your article. So, key points ka dito. Like for example, you want to create an article that says 5 reasons why you should visit La Libertad Lake. And then list down ka dito sa 5 reasons. Because it's fun, it's near, it's cheap. Isa pa, reason. It's made locally. We have to, ano bang tawag doon? Like, go local. You want to unwind. So those are your 5 reasons. Now you expand on those 5 reasons. So, add na kag flowery words. Your story. Anong kailangan mo ka unwind because you're stressed with work, blah, blah, blah. So, create a story around the 5. Then it means you can expand the article and then add the keywords and then you will become green in your SEO and your readability. So, start with outlines, Jud. So, kung mayroon kag 5 key takeaways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dito na kag-lista. And then add na rin kag details later. And then next, create an outline of your post. So this is what I mentioned. Outlining kung sa imong key topics. And then if nakay intro nga thoughts, ibutang nimo. Nakay conclusion, ibutang nimo. So after your outline, it will help you with your flow. Then write the actual post. So butangan na dahil nimo siya introduction, unsa iyang actual body, and then conclusion nimo. And of course, in order to make your blog post look good, add videos, add images. If you're gonna borrow images from Pixabay or stock photo sites, add a credit at the bottom also. Source, ahagi ka ng source. And then of course, follow the best practices when writing a blog post. Other tips, make sure your post went through spell check and grammar error free. What are the tools that we use to check this? Grammarly, what else? Hemingway app, and there's another one, Ginger. So check those 3. If you're confused, if your article is actually sounding good or written well, put it on those 3 tools. Sa tong tulo ka tool that we mentioned. Don't overuse punctuation marks. Kanang so much exclamation point or question mark. Don't do that. It creates the wrong impression. You will sound very noobish, actually, if you use too much. And then, of course, don't plagiarize other people's content. Don't copy-paste. Because Google will know and Google will penalize your site. Meaning to say, you won't find your site online anymore. Because you've been penalized for writing too much plagiarized content or copying too much content from other people. That is why you create relevant, original blog posts. Next, if you do need to attribute another site which is encouraged by SEO. If you want to link back to other site, don't forget to add a link back. If you're linking internally, meaning to say a content within your site, for example, you're mentioning fun things to do in La Libertad, and then you want to mention the product of the MSME, like they have a paddle ride or they have paddle ducks. So you link back to your product. You can also do that. So linking back internally, or if there's an article, an international article that says malunggay is healthy, and then you want to reference that, then you can put a URL also or a reference link back to the original source. And then, especially for social media, use hashtag, but use it with caution. Don't put too much hashtag unless you are on Instagram or on Twitter, because you might be tagged as spam if inappropriate. So some other blogging references, it's here. I'm going to upload this one on our Facebook group, so you will have a reference. But I want you to start creating, thinking, and organizing your blog posts from here on. Right? So now, I'm just going to show your task 8, which is connected to this, finding blogs and creating call to action. Your requirement is to find a blog, screenshot it, add the URL, and write what you liked about it. So what kind of blog post should you look for? It should be related to the awareness topic of your MSME. What are the awareness topics again? It's about the problem that your product or service solves. So around that problem, look for blog posts online that are already live and available. Look at it, read it, and then if you like it, screenshot it, and then explain on your assignment why you like that blog. So you're gonna look for how many? 7 blogs, and then after that, your slide 8 to 12 are Sniply call to action. So on blogs, especially when you are trying to promote a certain product or service, you can use a social media conversion tool like Sniply. This adds call to action to any page on the web. So for example, you are trying to promote a blog post, but at the bottom you also want to feature a product. Then you can use Sniply. It's adding a call to action. What is a call to action? Call to action is literally a call to action. So buy now, purchase now, shop now, read now, may ana, book now. Those are call to actions. Okay? So using Sniply, integrating it into your promotion, because later you will need to promote a blog post, diba? As part of your social media campaign. But it also has to have a Sniply. So for example, I want to promote my, what's this? So I want to promote, still loading. Let's say I want to promote my personal coaching session. Okay, so I will take this link and then I will enter the URL and then create a snip. Right. So what would it look like? No more about our kaongs. Click here. This is not about kaong manoso. This is a try my personal coaching sessions for only 55 per hour. May ana. Contact, and then your call to action would be contact me. Contact today. And then I want to show it. Go back to my contact us. My get a free consultation. So that's the link that I had here. So makita ninyo that once I share this URL, it's gonna show this call to action at the bottom. Right? So the goal here is, while I am trying to share this URL, makita ang call to action at the bottom, which is contact me. right? So you will also need this as part of your task, slide 8 to 12. So it says here, links and screenshot to your 5 Snipply call to action pointing to various products on your website. So you will create something like this to various products. Okay? Clear? Any questions before I end this recording, which hopefully has an audio already? We're good? Okay.